Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
Simply have a wonderful Christmas time. Simply have a wonderful Christmas time. I don't know the words. I just found out that wasn't the Beatles and it's just Paul McCartney yesterday. So welcome to the Grind. I was yesterday years old when I found out that wasn't a Beatles song. Welcome to the Daily Grind. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker. We are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. It is Monday. Good morning, everyone. And, there's no better way to start your week off than with Dr. Rusty Buckets. How are you, sir?
I am good, man. Happy Monday. It was a good weekend. It's a nice, cool, crisp start here in East Memphis. But, Luke, I did have to quit my job at the helium factory this weekend. I'm just not going to be talked to in that tone. Welcome to the Daily Grind. Love a good helium situation, but you're not going to talk to me in that tone.
And it's short and sweet, and it's like, that's good. We should do an entire episode where we're just inhaling helium balloons. One, we would probably die. I'm sure that's
pass
bad
out. There'd be one point where both of us just kind of like,
oh, it would be great. You know who played like they weren't ingesting helium yesterday? The Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah, I said it right, I think. The Grizzlies won yesterday. For those of you who didn't catch the game, it was a great Sunday, right in the middle of those late afternoon games, football
5
games.
o'clock is elite. 5 o'clock is elite NBA tip-off time. It's elite.
Woo. Man, give me that every day of the week. I was a fan. I was like, got to do the post-game show, was done by had to run to the airport afterwards, but was still home by 9. It was just really nice.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Especially beautiful when the Grizzlies put belt to ass like they did yesterday, 119-96 against the Trailblazers. For a quick second, I thought it was going to get away from us. And I talked about this on the post-game bounce last night. They closed the gap to 5 points for a minute there. And I was worried. But
big time.
Yeah, big time worried. But that was a race. The bench unit came in. I titled the episode after the bench guys just because they've been so good. They were really good yesterday. I mean, they stopped that Blazers run. I mean, what did you notice from the game? I got to talk a little bit about it last night. What did you notice?
Yeah, so a few things. We had 3 players that were plus 30 on the net rating, that were plus 30 or more. KCP, who was just fine, he's finally getting it shot back. He was electric last night from 3, finished 3 of 5 last night, 5 of 8 from the field. Cam Spencer plus 33. Vince did not have his best stuff last night, and T.I. went with Cam Spencer, the hot hand, and all he did was reward him with great play, great point guard play. Started the game 1 for 4, finished 5 for 9, so found his shot in the second half. But Wayno's right. We had our foot on the gas. We were just pummeling him. A 40-point first quarter. We shot 60% from the field in the first quarter. Yeah. And then we took our foot off the gas, scoring 26 points in the second, 26 in the third, and 27 in the fourth. We just took our foot off the gas. But it was a good win where we could have let that thing get all kind of sideways. Edey was in foul trouble, fouling out early. That game could have got away from us. And a Memphis Grizzlies team of old probably lets that game slip away. But we found our stride in the third quarter. It got on fire again in the fourth. Ultimately went in by 25. It's weird that you have 2 different 25-point leads with a 5-point lead sandwiched in the middle. That typically doesn't mean you win the basketball game. Typically, if you have that first 25-point lead and it gets cut to 5, you don't hang on. But Cedric Coward played great down the stretch last night. You had a engaged bench in John Morant. The bench unit continued to carry this team while he's out. And we put the clamps on Portland. They only scored 18 in the fourth quarter. So big ups to the guys for getting a professional win last night.
Yep. I mean, and I'm so glad you mentioned the Memphis teams of yesteryear, because you're absolutely right. They would have lost this game. I mean, you're talking in past games where the starting unit doesn't have it, we would be sending out inconsistent Santi, Marcus Smart, Bismack Biyombo, and Luke Kennard. And instead we're
Jake Laravia.
And instead we're sending out a dialed in KCP, Jock Landale, Cam, who is just eclipsed Luke Kennard and then some, and the replacement like we thought he would be. And then Santi just finally showing the consistency that we want.
Well, and it was the ultimate Santi game. He's had 2 bad games or 3 bad games in a row. We're getting to Jaren. Don't worry, we know. Like 3 bad games in a row where he scored 6 points across 3 games. And then he had 22 last night, was on fire from 3, had a reverse dunk, 2 big blocks. Like Santiago Aldama brought his A game last night. I know Wayno was just quivering down there, quivering. But also to Wayno's credit, the guy from down under, Jock Landale, had a ball game last night, dude. He was clutch. 8 rebounds, 15 big points, especially when Zach Edey was out after he fouled out late in the game. Just massive minutes from Jock down the stretch, and big, like super excited to see that. I told Maggie, we were talking about this last night, like she asked, like, is he like what you expect him to be? And I was like, now, absolutely, because he's not having to play that starter role where they're asking him to play a ton of minutes and do a ton of stuff and make a bunch of offensive sets. He can go out there and he can just play. Yep. And he can play free because Zach Edey frees him up, because Edey is the one taking the brunt of it. I loved watching the offense flow through Edey in the first half, and he was hustling up and down the floor, setting picks, crashing, getting a deep seal, like played really, really well. But that opened up to where Jock in the fourth could just play his game, just get those rebounds, those gritty points. Edey truly makes everybody better on this team.
Yep, and everybody's taking notice of him now too. Like Wayno says, it's like crap. We've got to target this big guy and get him off the court, because he's such a dominant force in every capacity. Like he has to be acknowledged.
Yep. 15, 20 minutes is perfect for Jock, because you're going to get quality minutes. He was plus 20 in 21 minutes last night, 15 points, 8 boards, and 2 steals. Just a great, great effort from him.
And more importantly, wasn't a liability when we needed, when we called on him. Like more importantly, because he hadn't played played so much, because he didn't start, he was able to come in and be utilized to the best of his ability when Edey picked that when Edey fouled out, with like 8 minutes left. I like it.
Yeah, I agreed. And he played well down the stretch, and he carried us to victory again and again. Like, that's a bad Portland team. They're not good. Denny Abdi is good. Like, Hanson Yang showed a few.
They had no big yesterday.
Yeah, like he had a few where he was, pretty good. But like, that was a good game for Jock to be able to carry us, because they just don't have that elite type center play.
Duop Reef was their backup big. It's like that's
and all he wanted to do was shoot threes.
More power to him. But it wasn't all good. I mean, I guess we should. Let's talk about Triple J. I mean, Wayno put it up here. Jalen put it up here. Well, shout out to everybody in the comments. I see Wayno, Grizz Girl, Jalen, everybody. Thank you guys. Love starting the week off with you all. It wasn't.
He's soft, man. You just gotta call it what it is. He's just soft. Like, he's being called out in the media by Grizz personalities, by us, by the comments. We know he sees these things on social media. And Coach Chumas said before the game last night, kind of giving him a cop out, that with Ja out, they're targeting Jaren pretty heavily with their defense, which is true. And Jaren still had a couple times last night where, like, he doesn't finish that lob because he gets bumped a little bit. He gets pushed to the ground by a guard trying to get a foul call, but buddy, you're 7 foot tall and you got pushed down by a guard. They're not going to call that. He did have a couple big blocks. That chase down block was vintage Jaren Jackson Jr. Like, that is what we need from Jaren. It's just frustrating that we're only getting glimpses of that this year, where in years past, that's what we got. And we got glimpses of this soft player. Now it's inverted to where he's playing soft. He's playing timid. He gets the ball taken from him by guards. He gets boxed out, pushed down by guards. He's missing his floater. He's not finishing strong. And just like, I mean, yeah, it does feel like it's a matter of time before that old Jaren comes back. But when? Like we're well into the season now, and he's not getting any better. I would be okay if look, I do like Jared asked earlier. I do think that Ja comes back and plays Friday. I think that these 4 days off is like we're doubtful. It doesn't make a ton of sense for him to be doubtful and then not play after 4 days off. Like I truly think he'll play Friday against the Jazz.
Yep.
But if not, or even as Ja is getting acclimated to playing again, like run the offense through Edie and Said, and then let Jaren be that tertiary option. With the way he's playing right now, he does not need to be your 1 or 2 option. He can be your third option because he still gets some points. He's averaging 17 points on 47% from the field somehow, mostly because he's just not shooting a lot. But I think you need to move him down to the third option and let the offense flow through Edie and Cedric and ride the hot hands.
Yeah, it's so interesting at this point. I talked about this briefly last night. I think whatever's going on with Jaren is like right.
It's all mental.
And
he didn't forget how to be an all NBA player. He didn't forget. It's just he's got the yips, and it's turning into soft play. That's not an excuse.
Nope.
I'm not making excuses for him. It is what it is. He's got the yips, and he hadn't forgot how to play basketball. He's just in a mental funk he can't snap out of.
It almost makes it more frustrating that way because, like we saw yesterday, when the dude can lock in defensively, and the dude he didn't pick up a second foul till like 3 minutes left in the fourth. Like we know he can lock in, but it's just the inability to lock in on all facets at any given point is like, bro, come on, you're year 8.
Right. Yeah, and it looked like he finally got mad last night on that chase down block. That was the first time I think I've seen him mad all year. He got pissed, and what did he do? He went and just shook the backboard with a chase down block as vintage block Panther. And it's like, there it is. There it is. Do that more.
And you know what? It's like you said, when Ja gets back, he doesn't necessarily have to be the number 2 guy. You got Edie, who are more than willing, who are their stars are rising.
Edie, man. Edie's Edie got again, I know they're not great bigs last night, but like Edie was getting such good seals, but he was getting deep seals and deep position to where all you had to do was throw it and he would literally turn around and dunk on Yang. Like he looked so comfortable in the offense last night. It was literally just the old Zebo thing, right block, throw it to the hand, get out of the way. And it just looked so good. And
even if we just kind of like, hey man, figure out what's going on with you. We're like Tomas is still backing him. If it's like, hey, we're still going to back, like,
and the two-man game with him and Edie is working. Like Jaren got like early in the game, he had multiple really nice setups to where Portland was obviously double teaming Jaren, and he had a couple times like touch passes where he got the ball and immediately found Edie in the post, and Edie had an easy 6 points when Portland crashed on Jaren. He made the right pass, which is not something that he's done. He looked that like there are glimmers that he's coming out of it, but unfortunately the overall product still stinks.
Yeah. And I tend to agree. Comments are on it today. I tend to agree with a lot of what everyone's saying. It's like, I don't really see the need to beat the dead horse at this point, because I agree with you. If he doesn't snap out of this, that's a bigger problem that I don't think is worth addressing yet. But you know, I do think that he will snap out of it. In the meantime, we're not at a point where we're going to struggle necessarily why he figures it out. Yes, he got paid. Yes, that sucks. But you know what? Cedric and Edie are more than capable of carrying a little bit of a load while he gets his SHIT together. So,
and this is very much what have you done for me lately league. And so like, this is not a forever product. Like he's going to figure it out and get going downhill. Just watch. Watch.
Like Wayno said, and I really appreciate, like, when he's playing downhill like that, it's more of this. Let him get in his groove. We'll be fine.
And he hasn't. Kenny asked the question, when was the last time we saw really good actions and counter actions with this offense? We haven't. Not with this offense. No. Nope. Last year he was great. He was 1 vote shy of all NBA. So we know that the capacity is there. I'm not making excuses for the guy. He stinks. He's got to be better. He's getting paid like a superstar. We had to pay him. We were going to pay him, but it's just time. It's just time. I mean, it's time for him to snap out of it.
I read this as me
You.
But I know who you. I was like, I didn't do nothing, but I realized
then he would have great hair and an incredible personality. But
that's where I was reading it. Is like, I don't think Jaron has as good as hair as me, but that's neither here nor there. There were some other games yesterday worth talking about. Grizzlies don't play again until Friday, like we mentioned earlier. I imagine we'll have God, knock on wood. Hopefully we get to see more than 5 minutes of our starters playing together. That'd be really nice. Got NBA Cup to talk about later this week, but there were some other games yesterday that worth talking about. Knicks beat the Magic in a game that saw Desmond Bane for the second time this season throw a ball at somebody's face. And this one was not. It
was hilarious.
The first one I could see, maybe you let your momentum do it, but this one was like, it's like he thought he was on the other end of the court trying to bounce the ball out of bounds off of OG, but instead he just hit him with it.
And he didn't have to because he caught it with both feet inbounds, standing flat-footed, and could have continued to go, but instead chose violence and just hummed that ball off of OG Anunoby, and it absolutely. And then immediately point Magic ball, and OG's like, "Bro, what just happened?" Like,
if you haven't watched it, it's really, really funny because
funny. Like, he's truly embracing the Batman villain Bane is what he's doing.
He chooses violence. He points like he has the ball when he clearly doesn't. It's really good.
Amazing.
Celtics beat the Raptors. Somehow the Celtics are third in the East. I don't understand. Nuggets beat the Hornets. Warriors beat
you know what that is? That's a good franchise that shows, like, even when they're trying to tank, they can't because they just win. As the complete opposite of the Hornets and the Jazz and the Blazers and the Bulls and all these teams who consistently tank, that's a winning franchise.
You know what? You were absolutely right because, like, you look at that, win against a Raptors team who is competing, who wants to compete. Compare that team, that franchise, to the Jazz, who got beat by 30 without SGA by the Thunder. Yeah. I mean, that's
a winning franchise. I mean, they've still got Jaylen Brown. They've got some dudes, but like they just play hard. And it's a franchise that values winning and winning begets winning, losing begets losing. Let's just put it that way.
And never more clear than you can see it now more than ever in the current NBA. It's really easy to see. Let's take a really quick break. That's enough basketball talk. We will be having a lot of basketball talk. NBA Cup is tomorrow, or the quarterfinals are at least this coming week. So we're going to be talking a lot about that. But before that, let's take a quick break because we got a Monday Night Football game to talk about. The fantasy playoffs, the NFL playoffs are starting to. We're going to talk about that right after this quick break.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. I'm going to prep y'all for a conversation that me and Francis are going to have at some point in the future during this season. Is Penny one of the best big man coaches in the game in college basketball? I'm really interested to see the development of Simon Majock and Aaron Bradshaw as they move forward in this season. Because if he is able to get out of Aaron Bradshaw and Simon Majock what it looks like he's getting out of them, this season alone might go down as the best big man coaching job I've seen out of Penny Hardaway. He's had Jalen Duren, James Wiseman. He's had Musa. He's had Precious Achua. He's had Dane Danger, guys that are supremely talented, and he's used them well. But if he's able to develop Simon
Jordan
Majock,
Brown.
well,
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
if he's able to develop Simon Majock and Aaron Bradshaw into serviceable big men in the college game, holy crap, bro.
Tune in to Tigers Live with Francis Carlotta, live after every Memphis Tiger basketball game on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
And we are back. Welcome back. And the song is playing in my head and it stopped. Cool. Welcome back to the Daily Grind, where we are proudly presented. You saw them there. Trilogy Tattoo. They're wonderful. It's that time of year where maybe you're like struggling to find someone a Christmas gift. Get them a tattoo. Easy peasy.
It's a good idea.
It's also that time of year where it's cold outside and the critters, the creepy crawlies, the bugs, they're trying to get in. Call Grade A Pest Services, y'all. They'll come. They'll take care of it. You want to deal with, like, you're already dealing with creepy crawlies. You want that experience to be as chill as possible. Call these guys. It'll be awesome. Also, if you're out getting Christmas shopping done today, stop at Mug Shots Grill and Bar. We're brought to you by them. Get you some lunch. And then if you want to grab some beers afterwards, go to Grind City Brewing, also one of our sponsors. And last but not least, we are also proudly sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook, which we are going to head over there to preview the Monday Night Football game tonight, which is like Edward, like clockwork USOB. There are massive playoff implications tonight. Got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Chargers are getting Herbert back. He's been banged up, but he's supposed to play tonight. This is a big showdown again. 8-4. Two 8-4 teams. The Chargers are 5-2 at home. Like you said, a lot of playoff implications. The Eagles' offense has sputtered at times this year. The Chargers can be a good offensive team when they're healthy. I'm curious to see how much Herbert is going to be able to play tonight. What he's going to look like. But this game has potential to be a really, really good game.
Yep, and I mean the Chargers are a home dog. I mean, it should be said they're plus 114. But I mean, this Chargers team is known for not having a lot of home fans, especially since they moved to LA. And the Eagles fans travel well. They're favored minus 134. The spread's only 1.5. I mean, they think that's going to be close. Over under 41.5. I mean, there's a lot of fans. I mean, Eagles need to win their division. They got to win this. Chargers need to win this to stay alive in their playoff hunt. I mean, there's a lot going on. A lot of fantasy players. I mean, like, there's a decent amount going on, which, like, speaking of fantasy players, speaking of all that's going on with this game, it's time for your daily dose. I don't know why I did the trap voice then. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Brought to you by FanDuel, named after Admiral Akbar, my guy. Name of the game. I will give you 3 bets. They're from FanDuel, and you just got to tell me which one's a trap. It's going to be after a topic of my choosing. And, like I said, keeping with these fantasy implications, with these playoff implications, it's the game tonight. Player to score 2+ touchdowns.
I got to get off the snide here. Let's go.
I know you got this. Do you have anybody playing tonight in fantasy?
In our Bluff City Media League, I have Dallas Goedert tonight at tight end. Francis is going freaking belt to ass.
I have never seen someone score as high as Francis Carlotta has.
My God.
I feel like I screenshot it and I sent it. My buddy said, "Poor Rusty. He doesn't."
Oh man, I had a decent week. Like, it's not awful, but like, it's not great, but it's not terrible. The game's fine. but he got 37 from his quarterback, 35 from Puka Nakua, 37 from Matt Wilson, the receiver for Arizona, like
Not
25
fair.
from Harold Fane. It's just absolutely belt to ass, man.
Yep, not fair. So so you don't have Dallas Goedert, so you need someone to have 2+ touchdowns tonight.
Yeah.
So what are the odds that one of these people are going to have 2+ touchdowns? Is it A, Kamani Vidal plus 1,200? Is it B, Lad McConkey plus 1,900? Or is it C, Quentin Johnson plus 2,200?
Quentin Johnson's been banged up, but he's kind of got so like plus 2,200 feels good for him. Lad McConkey's like a touchdown merchant in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
What was Vidal's odds?
Plus 1,200.
I don't like that one. Vidal plus 1,200. It's a trap. I don't care for that one.
You shouldn't like it.
Oh,
I thought
something about that stinks. I'm like,
I was like, if he doesn't make me repeat it, I think I got him. But if he makes me repeat it, he'll smell it.
Yeah, because there's no way his odds are better than Lad or Quentin Johnson, even with Johnson being banged up.
Yep, you're right. He's not even the starting running back. Marion Hampton is the odds-on Chargers favorite to rush for 2+ touchdowns at plus 1,200, with Kamani Vidal plus 2,700. I think he's had 2 touchdowns all year, so he might be winning. He might be winning you something tonight. Yeah, and Hampton is back, so you're right, Jared. Real quick before we get out of here, it is Monday, and on Mondays around here we talk about lasagna. Because that's what Mondays are for now. What does that mean? I'm a big Garfield the Cat fan, as most people know. It's important. Talk about the good and the bad. Garfield loves lasagna. He hates Mondays. So we're going to talk about the good and the bad. I can go first. Yeah, I'll go first. It's tough. Mine was a pretty solid weekend. You know, I went to got to watch some Grizzlies game. Went to an ugly Christmas sweater party on Saturday, which was really great. And I started Home Alone, just kind of really been rapping full Christmas spirit. I will say yesterday I had some family in town, so I had to go to the airport, but they came in to get a lot of their stuff that we've been storing in our house. Nothing. I hate starting a project that just creates more and more projects.
Yeah.
You know, like it was like, okay, cool. We're going to get all this stuff out of here. And then I'm like, oh my God, where's all I just discovered more stuff that I didn't know that I have, that now that I don't have room for it, I just made a bigger mess, and I was so ready to like not, I was like, yeah, I'm going to knock this mess out. And I just made a bigger mess, which is a bummer, but guess what? Got nothing going on this week. So we're going to clean up. How about you? How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was a great weekend. It was pretty low key, pretty chill. Got to see Drew yesterday in the flesh. Him and Haley came over, and we had brunch with him yesterday, which was fun. But the highlight of my weekend, my favorite band of all time, is Need to Breathe. And they played Saturday night here at the Orpheum. My first time to see the Orpheum Theater, my 8th time to see Need to Breathe. They were phenomenal. It was their acoustic tour, so super stripped down. And their bass guitarist, Seth Bolt, it's his last tour. It's the next to last stop for him. Last night in Knoxville was his last stop. So like I've been listening to Need to Breathe, God, for 15 years. Yeah, just incredible band, Southern rock, like faith adjacent type band. But their music is very positive, very uplifting. It's got a good overall message, just about like just good positive vibe to it. It was a fun show. Bree Kennedy was the opener. She was great. Like 10 out of 10 show. They keep getting better. Like, and it, you know, when you can strip down and play acoustic like that, that's when you can really tell when a band is good. And they were awesome. They do a version of Stand By Me.
I bet it's a great.
It's incredible.
The acoustic too. I've heard.
Absolutely, it was incredible. It's a beautiful theater, great sound, great presentation. They do a version of Stand By Me that I would put up against anybody's. It's just it's so good. It's so good. Y'all check out Need to Breathe if you haven't already. Great band, great time. My Monday is that, Monday, I'm like these next 3 days. So I took a job in commercial real estate because it's independent. I set my own schedule. Well, with that, it takes time to get paid, right? So in order to ease my little worrying brain, I'm picking up some weekend PT shifts at a nursing home. And so for the next 3 days, I'm sitting in orientation, staring at a computer module, learning you don't need to do this. Put your sharps here. Dress this way. Tie your shoes.
Stuff you already know. Already know. Oh, man.
But I've got to get 24 hours of orientation. So I'll be sitting here for the next. Good news is I'm getting paid for 24 hours. but I'll be sitting on my keister for the next 24 hours.
While your brain just
it just melts. And like I'm not used to it. I'm used to go. And
yeah.
Like
Damn.
we've got a stein of coffee today, and hopefully they have more there.
Yeah, I imagine just off screen there's going to be like an IV. You're going to have like an IV of caffeine. Yep. It's
Just
be
a
great.
straight caffeine drip all day.
Guys, sounds awful.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for our show today, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Comments. Seriously, appreciate all of y'all. Well, please like and subscribe if you haven't already over at the YouTubes. Follow us on Twitter if not. If you haven't done that. Thank you, FanDuel. Thank you, Trilogy Tattoo. Thank you, Mugshots Grill and Bar. Thank you, Grind City Brewing. Thank you, Grade A Pest Service. Full slate of shows today, y'all. We've got $2. We'll be dropping at 11. We got Saint at 1. We've got No Bluffing tonight at 6 or 6:30. I forgot what time it was. We got Tigers Live after every Tigers game. We've got Tigers Untapped. We've got Night Court. We've got On Beat with BCM. We've got Post Game Bounce. We've got On the Bluff. I think that's all of them. And the 901 Soccer Podcast. But yeah, everybody have a good day today. I just need a little time limit. I'll be fine. We'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, have great days today, y'all. And if we can leave you with anything at all, remember these 2 things. 1, remember to be a little weird. And 2, remember to smile. Yeah. Bye, guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.